everyone. Welcome to another episode of Garden to Table with Rose. I'm having a hard time with the sound. My wireless mic didn't want to work outside, oddly, and so I'm using the mic that came with the camera. Hopefully it will pick up the sound. Hopefully. We'll see. But anyway, today's video is a garden tour, or I should say a pre-garden tour. So the goal is to give you all a glimpse of the garden and the plan for the garden before everything really gets planted. My goal is to be able to track the progression of the garden over the season, and so I'm going to try to make a garden tour video every week or two to give you an idea of how things blossom over the season. Also, I have on this big floppy hat. I had a very fancy facial today, and the lady told me I was not supposed to have my face in the sun for 2 weeks. So hence the hat and no makeup. So forgive that. Alright, so let me turn the camera around and we will start the tour and hopefully finish this relatively quickly. Alright guys, welcome to my channel, and this is the first garden tour. This is Garden to Table with Rose. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the station so that you can get alerts when a new video comes out, and to move these videos further up in the search bar. Thank you. Appreciate that. So we're on the deck now in my backyard, and I live in a subdivision in Kalamazoo, Michigan, zone 6A. So we have 4 seasons here. First frost date is October 15th about. Last frost date is about May 15th, and I am using the first. So May 1st, last frost date, October 1st, first frost date in terms of my own growing season. So this is my first full season of gardening. I have already set out a number of things. It is the end of March, and so we are getting into planting season big time. So I wanted to get this going. I have some banister boxes, flower pots here on the railing of my deck. I don't know what you officially call those, but they are gray. They don't match the deck, but they were on clearance for like $2 a piece, so I couldn't pass that up. I'll probably plant herbs in these boxes, something that is pretty small and that I want to kind of harvest quickly right outside the door, so when I'm cooking I can grab the herbs. I got a lot of flower pots. These all have spring bulbs because I had an abundance. I planted so many in the ground. There's one hiding behind that grill. That I had to put the rest in pots, and the fence is there to keep the dogs away from them because the dogs sold the dogs. I have 3 huskies. Anyway, so this is a work in progress. I got my screen door out here because that needs to be re-screened. I need to put the new screen in, put that up for the season. I got some little battery operated water fountains, which I really enjoy. I got 2 grills, my little egg grill, my little egg charcoal grill, and my pellet grill, which has a pizza oven on the side, which, you know, I really enjoy that. So let's keep it moving because I want to keep this pretty quickly. This is my second grill. It's like a backup grill. I still have to take it apart and figure out why the auger isn't working, so that's why it's sitting over there. That's on my to-do list. So many things on my to-do list. These are 2 of the rain barrels. I started this project at the end of last season, so I didn't hook them all the way up because we were going into the cold season, and I don't need frozen water in these plastic barrels. These are food grade. I got them off of Facebook Marketplace, about $10 a piece, I think. They're everywhere on Facebook Marketplace, but you want food grade, and I am making my own rain barrel system. I got some cinder blocks. I put them on. I drilled holes, put spigots on them. I also put little connectors on the side so that I can connect the 2 with a small hose so that when one gets full, it then starts, you know, distributing water into the other one. I have to actually cut my downspout in 2, which is the most nerve-wracking part of this, so that I can connect the diverter, which will divert the water from the gutters into the rain barrels, and then when the rain barrels are full, it'll divert it back up out into the downspout and out into the ground. I got my little gas powered generator there, which is great to have as a backup. Let's see. I got lawnmowers here. My two lawnmowers are covered in tarps. Why are they covered in tarps? Because the neighbor's trees, the neighbor behind me, see that house? They had two 90-foot pine trees right at the fence line there. One of the big branches fell on my shed, which was where that little greenhouse is, and kind of destroyed the shed. So I had to take everything out of the shed. We broke the shed down, and I have ordered a new shed, a big one, a 10 by 10 wooden one that's going to be installed sometime in April. In the meantime, things are sitting around the yard, so forgive that. I put a temporary greenhouse up in the spot where the old shed was, which was only 6 by 8. So this fits perfectly. I had a bed of brick laid down as the foundation for my old greenhouse. And as you can see, the fences had to be repaired in several places thanks to the tree branches falling on it. And that's my little fire pit area with my Adirondack chairs, which I love because they are plastic and they look like wood, but I don't have to worry about maintenance. And I have a little stainless steel fire pit. So that's going to be a fun spot. Alright, so back over here. That's the gate to the driveway. This is what I call my fruit bed. Berry bed. So in this bed, and I can't really remember how long it is right now. It's pretty narrow, but it's fairly long. And in this bed is where all my berry bushes are going to be. I've ordered several blueberry and raspberry bushes, and they're all going to be planted in here along with some medicinal herbs and some flowers. So this is going to be a lovely fruiting area once it's all planted. In addition, I have several grow bags here, as you can see. Several of them are planted right now. Actually, all the big ones are planted. I got garlic in that first one. Garlic was planted in the fall, so I'm waiting for that to mature, and hopefully we'll be able to harvest the garlic sometime in the late spring, early summer. I got carrots, I got turnips, I got rutabagas. What else? Salsify, which I've never grown before. I heard it's like a parsnip. I've planted parsnips as well, so we'll see how that goes. And I also have a big horseradish plant over there. I don't use horseradish that much, only when I'm making cocktail sauce, like, you know, the red shrimp cocktail sauce. But it just seemed like something cool to try to grow. I enjoy trying to grow new things that I haven't grown before, and, you know, if I don't like it, I won't grow it again. So I got some bags of raised bed potting mix over there. I've never used a potting mix before. This is going to be an experiment because I do have 2 grow towers, green stalk grow towers, that I am going to be setting up for the summer. One will be a video on how to set it up, and I decided to experiment with using kind of a premix in one of them. Usually I just kind of mix my own potting soil from peat moss and bone meal, blood meal, compost, green sand, you know, fertilizer. So I just kind of mix it together myself, which is much cheaper than trying to buy it bagged. But I'm going to try that. It wasn't too expensive, so I'll try it. I also have several compost bins sitting around the yard. And mind you, compost takes a long time. Don't believe the hype when they tell you 3 months you'll have compost. No. Even with an activator, which I use, like some kind of helper product that I got from the garden store, it still takes about 9 months to get a batch of compost ready to use in the yard. So I have one there that's huge. These are all tumblers. I have another one there. The tumblers are easy to use because you need to mix that stuff. You know, if you just do a heap, it's very hard to mix it up. I learned that the hard way. So I have all tumblers, and then I have a third one way over there. This one is just about done, but that one has been going since last summer. This one is completely empty. That one way over there I'm just starting to fill up. I also have a worm compost bin, which I'll do another video on later. That's an interesting project. So over here is my main bed. This one is 60 feet deep. I'm not sure how wide it is. Oh my goodness. Maybe 40 or 50 feet wide, but it's 60 feet deep. So it's relatively large. The only thing I've done in here is put up trellises. I have 2 pretty wide ones there in the back, if you can see that. I have a narrow tall one here, and I have another narrow tall one here. I also have two bean towers back there for peas, where they can climb up it. I have planted peas in that whole row, so I'm waiting for those to come up. I see some baby shoots, but you know, that'll be a little bit of time. Here are my grape and berry arbors, vine holders things. So I actually got these posts and put these in myself. I was pretty impressed. For me, that was a big deal. You know, I cemented them in, I strung the wires here. These are 25 feet long, each one, and there's 3 of them. The first one is for berries, so I already have some berries planted there, some viney ones. I think I got a Marionberry, a Loganberry, maybe a Boysenberry. The other 2 are going to be all grapes, all types of grapes, from wine grapes to eating grapes to concord grapes for making juice. So that's what I got going on there. This little bed over here, my battery's running low. Let me hurry it up. This little bed over here is like it was an onion, garlic, potato bed. It got a lot of shade because these 90-foot pine trees were here that he now got cut down, so I'm very happy about that. But now it'll get a lot of sun. I had a problem with mildew over here because of the shade, but right now I think I still got either that's onions or garlic. I am not sure. I did not label it well. This over here is chives that come back every year, and I got some thyme that comes back every year. So in this bed, this upcoming season, I'm planning to do some brassicas. I got some Brussels sprouts that I'm going to put over here. Onions, all the onions are going to go here, and I'm not sure what else. But stuff that pretty much takes a long time to mature. And then let's go to the greenhouse, my little temporary greenhouse, which I just set up. It was pretty cheap, like 60 bucks on Amazon. So I'm really using it just to harden off my seedlings, and I gotta close it up. It's getting dark, but it was 60 some degrees here today in zone 6A, Kalamazoo, and this thing was 90 degrees at lunchtime when I came home, so I had to open it up and tie the flap up to get some air in there. But basically I'm using it to harden off seedlings. These are all cool weather crops, brassicas. There's some solar lights in there, which are really nice to look at night, because they come on automatically and turn off automatically. This area is where my new shed is going to be. 10 by 10 wood shed. I am very excited about this shed. It's coming at the end of April. I have a bunch of debris over here. The old shed is piled up that I have to get hauled away. I got all my straw for my mulching and peat moss and fencing. All the stuff that would usually be in my shed is over here because I no longer have a shed. These are fruit trees. I'm going to plant several dwarf trees in this area. Dwarf trees meaning they don't get any taller than 8 to 10 feet. I will try to keep them under 8 feet by pruning. I have 3 already. I think there's a cherry, a pear, and an apple. So far I have several trees coming still. I have 2 rain barrels here that I haven't hooked up yet. I want to see how the other 2 work out before I do that. So there's potential there to have 2 or 3. I think 3 is the max I would go, just because I don't want it to be an eyesore. I have 2 raised garden beds that have cold frames attached to them that I can take off. This is one. This one's great. It's 2 by 8 feet, so it's pretty big. Right now I have a bunch of radishes. I have probably about 10 different radishes in here, because it's still cool. It's the end of March. And then there's actually several pak choys in here, which I planted these at the end of last fall, and they have survived through the winter, and now they're growing. They were very tiny through the winter. They probably were like about the size of this one, and so now, as you can see, they've gotten a little bit bigger, so I should be able to harvest those, and I'm very excited about the fact that I was able to grow things through our frigid winter. And I have another one that's 2 by 4 on my front porch. That one has all lettuce right now, so it has tons of lettuce seedlings. So I'm looking forward to harvesting something soon, some, little radishes and lettuce for a salad to get this season going. So that is a quick tour of the backyard portion of the garden. There are things that I'm going to plant in the front, which I will do another video on the front garden tour. I don't want to make this too long, but thank you for watching. Please, if you enjoyed seeing the pre-garden and the potential that lies within it, please like this video, subscribe to the channel because I try to post a new video every Wednesday, and if you subscribe you'll get notifications of the new videos, but also it will help my videos to move up in the search engine, and therefore more people will see them. And the more people that see them, the more videos I can make. Alright, thank you for tuning in to Garden to Table with Rose. Bye-bye.